Hello again. Just thinking about this stuff this morning, and back when I was in the 8th grade, back in the 70s, over the summer there had been a fight up in Chicago area, some high school kids or something, and one of them had used a cake cutter. And if you don't know what that is, it's something invented to cut like angel food cake. It's this bar with these spines coming down out of it, and you cut the cake with it. But you use it if you have an afro. This is a great tool to use for your hair. It's just a good innovation of a product that already existed. And so it's called cake cutters, and people carrying cake cutters. Well, somebody had used one of these because it's made of metal as a weapon in this fight. And this became a problem over the summer. So when we started school in the 8th grade, they had this big assembly, and they were explaining to us why it was now wrong for any of us to carry a comb. Why? They were afraid of being called racist by saying, you can't carry a cake cutter because it can be used too easily as a weapon, which I think that would be absurd too. It's used for this. What's he using it for? It's not a thing. It's not evil. But they were afraid to be called racist, so you couldn't carry one of those little bitty plastic Unbreakable brand combs in your pocket. You could have it in your locker and put a mirror in your locker and comb your hair at your locker. And they also said you could get a permit to get your comb from your locker and carry it to the bathroom to comb your hair, then take it back to your locker and then leave it in your locker and go to class. Okay? It takes a little extra time to go to your locker, go to the bathroom, go back to your locker, and then get to class. At the same time, they also shortened our hall pass period from 5 minutes to 4 minutes. So how was all that going to work? This girl Michelle was running for class president. There were some, people were working on making their presentations and stuff and how well they were going to do with all this class presidency stuff at that age. She gets up in front of the whole 8th grade class, and several hundred of us, and she's making her presentation. In the middle of it, she stopped. She bent down and pulled a comb out of her sock and combed her hair right there in front of us, the teachers, the principal, everybody. Of course, she got elected class president. So that was pretty interesting, but that whole policy, that whole thinking, people are still carrying their combs. And it became so that after that year, they eliminated that policy, and people still kept carrying their combs in their sock from then on. Do I think everyone ought to be walking around carrying a firearm? Actually, I'd prefer everyone were carrying a sword. Just more manly.